This Fox News alert, we are on verdict watch in the New York City criminal trial of Marine veteran Daniel Penny. The jury just sent a note to the judge. They are deadlocked on the first count in this case. This is manslaughter in the second degree.
One of the guys who I'm following, Joseph Brucker, who's there reporting, JB reporting at protonmail.com, is writing, here's where we're at. He said this as of about 30 minutes ago. The jury indicated they're determining if Penny reasonably acted in self-defense or defense of others. If they agree that that's the case and they follow the judge's instructions, not guilty on both counts, this is report. So an acquittal is possible today. And this is the reporting that we're getting out. So folks know that I don't do the hopium train, that I don't do the hopium kind of talk, but this is an incredible report coming out of a case like this. And look, this is a clear case of self-defense. And just like Kyle Rittenhouse, it was on video. Eric Metaxas joins us now. Eric, I'd love to hear what is your view on the jury and these latest developments out of New York City?
Well, listen, I live in New York. I'm not there right now, but I live there. And I have to say, the bottom line is, whenever anything like this happens, it's tragic. You don't want somebody to die. But if you have ever been in a situation where you feel threatened, and I'm not speaking as a man, I'm not afraid, but what if you're a woman with kids? It's a horrifying situation. You pray that some guy like this would leap in and do something about it. And so it is tragic that it went this way, but it's hard for me to believe that somebody who sticks his neck out to help other people is now going through this. I mean, look, I'm old enough to remember, the days of Bernie Getz, the subway vigilante, and, this stuff is never happy. Yeah.
No, and this was it goes back to Kyle Rittenhouse. It goes back to, again, the fact of the matter is we have this on film, and that's another case where, another aspect of the case, which I think bears understanding, this idea that we now live in a society where we have constant surveillance, not just from video cameras, but of course, that are, on the streets for police or from, hotel security, like the assassination from a couple of days ago of this United Healthcare CEO, but instead, it's also surveillance from just people around us at all times. I've got mine right here. I've got my phone. In fact, that's something that I'm quite known for. That if I always tell people these days, it's not see something, say something anymore. It's if you see something, film something. And so in this instance, we do have, from a variety of angles, all of this footage of the incident, and you can tell from all of it that it doesn't appear to me in any way that Daniel Penny is trying to do any harm to this individual other than simply restrain him until police can arrive.
That's my take. And by the grace of God, the jury will have common sense. We'll see.
No, I think that's exactly right. And, it's a huge question of where we're at in our society, because we know that there have been these social justice narratives that have been pushed into this. People who say that, we need to make it about race and the fact that it's a white man and a black man. But Eric, there's something I'll put it this way. I guess there's something in the air. There's something in the wind with the Trump victory just about 1 month ago. I think today, or I guess yesterday, was the 1 month mark of this sweeping victory in our nation. But it's bigger than Trump, because it's this idea that we're just done with wokeness. We're done with critical race theory. We're done with so many of these failed ideas, and people just want to get back to living in a society where we judge people based on the things that they do, on their behaviors and their actions, rather than their immutable characteristics.
I mean, listen, Jack, it's not too much to say that the madness we've been living through is demonic deception. Now, there are a lot of people that they don't believe in that. I believe in that there's demonic deception. When you think what happened in Germany in the 1930s, I wrote a book about Dietrich Bonhoeffer. A lot of people know there's a great film out right now about Dietrich Bonhoeffer. I recommend everybody go see it like ASAP because it's not going to be in theaters very long. But it tells the story of a nation's descent into madness. And when you think about what happened, it's definitely, there's a demonic angle. It's not, you can't explain it through psychology. And for America to go down the path of lunacy, where we are mutilating children, could anybody dream that in America we would ever go that far? We're there now. Doctors are profiting from mutilating children. That's not to talk about the murder of the unborn. We have to be honest and say, this is evil. There's a demonic element to this here. So when you're talking about everybody seeing things through the lens of race, what is that if not at least sick? But I would say it's demonic because, you know, most people that I know in New York, until Obama injected race, there was very little of that. People just see other people. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you, we got to that place in America where there was a lot of normalcy with regard to race. Something has been injected. It's you can see it as just Marxist lunacy, all of that stuff. I mean, you talk about it, but there is a component of evil to see people as different, to suddenly think like, oh, I'm going to be in trouble because I'm white, as opposed to I'm going to get a fair shake in America. I mean, we know that if people are in trouble because they're black, that you might not get a fair trial. You're in trouble with a white jury. We know that's wrong. But the idea that would shift, and some people would say, good, it's about time, that is clearly not the American way. It's not God's will for the nation. So I do believe we are turning a page, but I think ultimately it's a spiritual deception that somehow, by the grace of God, we're breaking free of what we've been going through. But we need to fight. And so you're one of the voices out there. I'm grateful for you fighting. And I do my best where I can as well, obviously.